Hey guys, welcome to Raj Makes Money. How are all my money makers doing? And great to be back in the green today. Winner, winner. We had an up day in the market. Dow down a little bit today. S&P 500 at near highs up today. And the NASDAQ had a terrific day. But after hours now, the NASDAQ is tumbling. No, not too bad. Down about 80 points after hours right now in the futures. The big news, Snap missed earnings really bad, tanked 22% after hours right now. And who do we blame on all this? Apple. Is Apple behind this? So Apple's changes, they're saying, have really hurt the online advertisers with the targeting capabilities, which adds more value to the advertisers. And also, I think third quarter kind of slips a little bit anyways into the holiday season. But a lot of these advertisers too, they have nothing to advertise. They don't have any products in stock to sell. So what would they be? What are you going to run ads for? But because of that, that's what they're attributing to. So of course, Google down tremendously after hours. Facebook down tremendously after hours. Last check, Facebook down almost 5% and Google down almost 2.5–3%. So definitely hitting different companies. Now, Facebook, Google are much more well diversified than Snap. Obviously Snap and like Pinterest and all those companies, they only have pretty much one product. Snap, besides its failed spectacles they sold, it's based on one product. So definitely going to hurt those companies. But I mean, just one just one change that Apple did, with the safety and privacy on their browsers or on their iOS devices, cost the industry after hours today billions and billions of dollars. Of course, the other thing we'll talk about today is the Trump new social network that's going to merge with the SPAC DWAC, Digital World Acquisition. That thing was on fire. Unfortunately, I almost played it, and then I didn't. I was like, I said, I got to stick to my guns. There's money to be made, but just as fast as it went up 40 points today, and even after hours, another 11, it could have been down, And now this is when it gets tough, is this the next GameStop or not? You get into one of these stocks right now, and this thing, goes up 100 points. Sure, it's great. But if you have 5,000 shares for $250,000 and it goes up, 100 points, it's a great hit. But it can go down 20, 30 points. We've been through that road, so I'm going to take the slow and steady road. And as promised, so close to having our goal of to be at 6 million, up 500. I want to be up $500,000 by tomorrow. That was our goal. Some of our goals we've been missing, but we're finally in the last couple of weeks trending in the right direction. We had a terrific week. I think we're up over 200,000 this week. So it's still going strong. A couple of moves today. Actually, one move today. I added the $24 puts for next week. So I only did 500 of them, and I just figure I'll watch how this goes. We're going to obviously these tomorrow. They either expire worthless. We get this other $26,000, which will push us above 6 million. CRTX is holding in there. Obviously, it has 4 weeks plus tomorrow until it expires. It was at like 480. This one's interesting. Like I said, this stock is up 2 points today. This thing was, goes to $5. The stock's down a little bit, and the stock went to 480. So it's all over the map. Very hard to get in and out of. But I'm happy with the position. Like I said, if all of a sudden this thing was to move and drop $1, I would think that no matter what, if you have, there'll be actually about 21 trading days, it should drop 10, 20 cents a day, as every day that this thing gets closer. So it'll be interesting how this plays out. But I still am in shock about the volatility. I so want to just slam this one. I just think it's a home run, but it can make, $2 million, if we did, 3,000–4,000 puts to open for the next month. It could be a $500,000 a week, $2 million, play in the next month, and put our account back to almost all-time highs. But there is always risk. So have to be careful. Lucid also, I think, like I said, Lucid, they're supposed to deliver a car. They haven't yet. I was surprised it was ran yesterday pretty strong and then came down at the end of the day, and then today too back up. So, and like I told you guys, I think Lucid's going to sit around this mid-20s, 22, 23, 24, 25. they're going to deliver that car. You'll see a little pop that day, and then I think the stock sits again at in the mid 20s there. So I like the 24s. I could write the 25s if I think it'll go up a little bit more next week. If they do, they got to deliver a car by next week. If they don't, God, then what happens with the stock? But I'm pretty sure they'll probably deliver on time. You would hope so for their first delivery, but that's what we got going on here, and that's where it all is. So as we said, markets after hours, you can see the Nasdaq down 80 and futures down because of those tech earnings. So have to see what comes out of that. Chipotle shares, Chipotle did really well, through the roof. Sales jumped 22%, so that's pretty incredible for this last quarter, because a lot of businesses slowed down a lot in this last quarter. Tesla doing well. I was shocked to see Tesla today ran almost like 28 points, because it was down after hours, and then up 28 points. I don't get it. Touched $900 today, so it was right there knocking on the door of a new high. I just don't get it. I mean, obviously the earnings are good, but I mean, I guess the P&E got adjusted to the new earnings. So still 291 times earnings. I guess it's better than the 400 times earnings it was at yesterday. But I mean, it's still out of whack. Would you buy a company for 291 years? That's what you're paying. So whatever that company makes today, you're buying it for 200. The average person only lives to be 75, 80 years old. So you're talking about you're going to pay like 4 generations. If you buy Tesla, and you own one share of Tesla right now, you just bought something that you're betting on 4 generations of your families, of your future, to cash up to if you had to pay a loan back, or make the money back for what you paid. I don't know, it's insane. Of course, as earnings grow and everything, that P&E comes down, but it's still just insane. Bitcoin dropping, got all the way up to 66,000 yesterday, almost 67,000, coming back down. Our Coinbase account's at 70,000, and there we go. 70,007 and dropping nicely. Cardano's starting to come down. So, but yeah, I mean, just crazy. So yeah, I mean, let's look at this. I mean, this DWAC, like I said, I almost got something that was like at 40 after hours. I was like, I don't know, this thing, Trump has a rally tonight, but this is the same guy who, he could go have at his rally tonight, could say, this thing looks great, it's tremendous, but I wouldn't buy it yet. Or, you never know with this guy. It could be insider trading. I don't know. It's mind-blowing. They said that on CNBC today, this stock traded $12 billion in shares. This company has a market cap right now, actually more because of after hours, but has a market cap of $1.6 billion. This is a company that doesn't even exist. I don't know if people understand. All Trump has done so far is his company has filed to start a social network of free speech. They don't even have I don't think they have employees or anything. I mean, they don't have a product. They don't have anything. So you talk about, but I mean, who knows? This thing could be $300 tomorrow. This could be the biggest myth company ever. This stock traded more, except for Tesla today, in the entire market. It traded more shares volume at $12 billion than even Apple and all of them today. I mean, it's just insane. So, I mean, this company's going to tank at some point. How high does it go? Who knows? But and there's a lot of Trump supporters out there, so I can see it, taken off. But at the end of the day, like, at least GameStop, somebody says there's less supporters as the next GameStop. At least GameStop has a business and has revenue. This company doesn't even have revenue. They're not going to even have revenue. I don't think Trump will have a product out even if they rushed it out. It'll be 6 months to a year. You're talking about a long way to go. This company's, and I can tell you right now, there's no social media network who runs ads and started making money on day one. It's going to be insane. I mean, you know what? Like I said, I'm blown away. I was very tempted to jump in on it. I thought about it again. I keep saying, buy 10,000 shares. But like I said, I mean, yes, we could, easily spend $250,000. This thing's $100 tomorrow. We make $250,000. And at the same token, you spend $250,000 and goes back down to, $20, and you just lost, $150,000. So, it'll, like I said, I love it. I'm so happy that so many people watching have made so much money in it today. And my friend Chico, he made $58,000 on it, his best trade ever. And we talked about should we jump in and stuff, but it's like I said, it's too risky. Rent Slot says that would make it up about another 500%. I bought it at 23 and sold at 29. Thought I was a hero. Any of those, if you buy enough shares, but God, if you don't, those things can just go down so fast. John, DWAC made a doubler, still have free shares too. Thank you, President Trump. Yeah, no, like I said, it's It's insane, this one. Cletus, I didn't get on Wish. I would have when Michael Kors was talking about it this morning. I haven't even seen what Wish has been doing. I remember we played that one. Well, it really didn't do anything. So, Ren Slots bought some warrants after hours. Yeah, the warrants were trading at when I was looking at those, they were like $12, but I guess now they're probably, you know what's insane? It's just the whole evaluation of this company. I mean, it's just mind blowing. I don't know. It's just mind blowing. I'm just blown away by the whole thing. You know, look at this. It's got to plummet. You know, especially it'll be interesting. This will be the real test. If they have options live tomorrow for next week, because there's no options on it right now. That is where this could get interesting. Then I may play it. Then I would look at, you know, a sell to opener. I mean, if we think CRTX has some volatility, this thing could really have some volatility. You know, I assume nobody's short this stock because I don't know who would short a SPAC that was flat at $10. But I'm sure somebody's going to start shorting this puppy here pretty soon, especially if it runs again tomorrow. So. Somebody said, John says, puts our golden on Snap. Yeah, like I said, guys, in Snap down almost 25% today, missing earnings and saying the Apple effect. And like we were saying, is Apple has really hurt a lot of these businesses and stuff. It's just insane. So, what else you guys got? Devin says, saw jaw openings for Lucid in Phoenix. And somebody sent me a picture up in Seattle. They were getting set to open up a location and stuff. So. John, never traded CTRX. Are they in phase 2 or 3? Says they are in phase 2, 3. I thought it was a phase 3. So they've been through their first 2 phases. So I'm shocked of why it's like I said. I did a lot of research on it, and even like the lows it's been. I think it's got. I think this is a home run. Like I said, I'm real tempted to really pull the trigger on it, and I mean, there's obviously some risk and downside, but. I think it's good, and even if it, you know, God forbid, the thing, you know, gets below $15 or something, we're like even, or you lose, but then you could just write another month out. It'd be nicer if it had weekly ones, but you could write another month out. You know, if it's another $5 or $6, I mean, you could, you know, it's a hell of a hedge. You know, well, it's not a hedge. I say it's a hell of a spread. So I don't know. I'm happy with the position right now. Like I said, you know, I'm happy with it if. You know, if all of a sudden this dropped or went up, you know, 5-10 points, or this went to $4, you know, tomorrow or something, I may say, you know what, screw it, I'm done. I made $100 grand. You know, I don't know. Like I said, we're in a more of a defensive mode instead of being in a high, crazy risk mode. I'm being a little more defensive right now for the end of the year because I want to come through for you guys and you know, make sure we hit all our goals. Yeah. So on this punware here, don't know anything about this one. You know, obviously had a great day today. Good volume. You know, up after hours pretty strong. That's always a good sign. When it's up after hours, usually means it'll run, you know, tomorrow and stuff. Looks like in the last 6 months, it's, you know, come way down. So it just finally came back up to where it was. So hopefully it does good for you. Best of luck with it, Don. Trevor, do you know the battery company that the U.S. military will use the new electric vehicles they say are being made? I do not. I know that, you know, like the one, was it FCEL, fuel cell or whatever? And some of those have done well in the last while, but they've all come down from their highs and still up from their lows. But yeah, I have no idea. Steve Miller, ADSK, will this hit 308, 310 tomorrow? I don't know. Why do you think it would hit that? Autodesk, you know, autos are in demand, up 7 points today. Let's look at the last month chart on it. Looks like it's been rising nicely. All-time high of 344. I don't know. Unless there's some big news or earnings. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why it was up 7 points today, but obviously it can move. So in the last 5 days, it looks like it's on a straight climb. Definitely a great return on that one. So if you're in it, hope it hits 310 for you, 308. I mean, definitely looks doable. So Larry, do you think DWAC and DWAC will pump mode tomorrow or crash? You know, Trump has a rally, or they said tonight. I've been following it. You know, it's hard to guess. There's a lot of people in the world. There's a lot of Trump supporters and a lot of people with money. But I don't think anybody really understands what it is what it's like. I don't think people really understand. I think what people don't understand is there's no business to it yet. There's no company. There's nothing. It's like, it'd be like me saying, hey guys, I'm gonna start my own. I'm gonna start my own slot manufacturing company. I've got these incredible ideas to make slot machines. I know what I like. I'm a great slot player. I got this stuff that's gonna just be the most incredible slot games you've ever played. I'm gonna even come up with this feature. So if you hit a jackpot for $1,200. You can do this, remove 1 penny, and then it's not a hand pay and save taxes. I'm gonna come out with extra bonus spins. I'm gonna make every instead of having a bonus, if you have, let's say, 10 free games, every free game in your bonus will be its own individual spin, so it won't count as a grouped in jackpot. So as long as every spin is under $1,200, it's not a jackpot. I mean, there's all these things. I have all these ideas, and I'm gonna merge it with a SPAC. I don't know how high will it go tomorrow. Probably $11 from 10. I don't know. I mean, that's what Trump did. Like I said, Trump's a great. I always compare Trump to P.T. Barnum. You can sell ice to the Eskimos. You can do anything. He's a great marketer. He knows what he's doing in marketing. But I mean, he obviously has to be behind this or had some shares. Somebody made a lot of money on it. I mean, besides all the money that you guys all made today, somebody else made a ton of money on this. So. It's just crazy on that. All right, Netflix. That one I was surprised to see up too because their earnings, they were kind of down. Their earnings weren't very good, and it ran back today. I don't know why. It's not like they overnight had better results after they gave us the results. So I guess this was one buy the dip. Who knows? Snap probably will be up tomorrow. Buy the dip. Doug likes to gamble. Visited the Lucid showroom last weekend and got to see the Air on display. Nice. Light Warrior, Trump stock, the latest meme stock. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 100 by end of next week. Everyone is going to jump on it. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits $100 tomorrow. Like I said, it's absolutely insane. It's up, almost $59 right now. It is $59 right now after hours. It's just crazy. Groupon, it's been a while, but I like Ford, and I don't know if you've talked about it yet, but Tesla momentum is incredible. Even at these levels, Apple looks good, decent product launches. The issue with Apple, I think there's just so much money, nobody knows where to put it, because even Apple's back near its highs, a fraction today, but only 7 points up. And they got new products coming out, the new AirPods and all that stuff, but they don't have it's not a big cycle for them this year. The new phone isn't doing anything incredible. Here, like I always tell you guys, the best thing to do is you go and you see what is the wait time on a phone last time. So here, if you want to buy an iPhone Pro, just take the basic model. If it's a month out, yeah, they're killing it. But they could have supply chain issues. You never know. We'll go contract, connect on your own later. Smartphone trade-in, no. And so they're about 30 days out for delivery. So. Like I said, but Apple plays games, so you never know. The one interesting thing was the AirPods. I bought some new AirPods. They announced them, and they're going to ship this week on 10/26. There was no wait on those, so I was surprised. So as you can see, they ship on the 26th, and I can get them delivered on the 26th. So these obviously aren't selling very well. They're cheaper, so I don't know too. So obviously you have the AirPod Pro. I don't like the Pros. I like it because it's noise canceling. It works. But I did order these to test out. The thing I don't like about it, I really don't wear headphones that often. I used to have the noise canceling, the big ones, and I don't like those because my ears would get all hot and sweaty when I was on long flights. But with these AirPods, the AirPods Pro, when you're working out, and my ear, I sweat really bad when I work out. I guess I have a great metabolism, my blood's flowing. But your ear, sweats, and then your AirPods, fall out. They're slipping. I'm always having to touch them. Then I push them in. It shuts it off. It's annoying as could be. The original AirPods I actually loved. I put them in my ear. They didn't really move. So I'm excited to try these out. Like I said, I'm an Apple guy. I'm an Apple fan. But the AirPods Pro with the rubber, which you need that rubber seal to seal your ear. So obviously these don't have noise cancellation. The good news is you can buy them, and if you don't like them, in 2 weeks you can return them. So I did buy them, and we'll see how it goes. But it is, like I said, it is interesting because they're not sold out. There's no delay on it. So we'll see how that goes. But back to Rupon's question about Ford. Let's see how Ford's doing. Ford's back all-time highs almost today. Actually hit a new high today. So Ford's looking good. If you guys remember that Apple oven I told you all about, that one's been hitting new highs. That one's just crushing it. Look at that, guys. Closed at 96.30, but new high yesterday. So that one's doing good. So some of these stocks are just moving. It's crazy how everything's going. So What else you guys got? Let's see. What we got here? Alan says, Poon going insane tomorrow, Raja. Not over round 2. So, I don't know. They're all going insane. And it's just crazy what, like I said, it's just crazy what everybody's, like I said, there's a lot of money in the market. Nobody knows what to do with it. So, the good news is now DAC, look at this DAC now, 62.50, up 17 points. It's just nuts. You know, I don't know. So it's like, should we buy some? Remember that other day? It's like, usually when they go up this strong after hours, they're just going to keep running. I don't know. It's like, I'm tempted, but you just never know. Ancient TBK, Apple needs to release a version of AirPods where you can swap out the batteries instead of buying new ones. Well, I'm confused. The AirPods you just recharge, so I'm not sure what you're saying. I've never had a battery issue, and I never listened to mine for more than 4 hours. And even if you do, you just put in the self charger, and it pretty much handles it. But yeah, I mean, look at this, guys. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, I don't get it. You know, just absolutely insane. So the new valuation of this, I mean, it's just crazy. Just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. If somebody would have known this one in advance, I mean, it's after hours, 20 million shares traded. It's just, this will probably run tomorrow. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised to see this $80, $100 tomorrow. It's just absolutely insane. Yeah, just high risk. And let me look at it. I forgot to pull a pun for you guys. PHUN. Punware. That went up, yeah, 45 cents. Like you said, after hours. I don't know. What we got to figure out is what company is going to power Trump's freedom of speech network. Who's going to power this? So I don't know. What do you guys say? Should we buy some? You know, I mean, I don't know. You can buy a couple of thousand shares of it. I guess if it goes down 30 points, we're only out $100,000. If it goes up another 20 or 30, you could have another $100,000. I don't know. So it's just insane. So. Alan says, made almost 100K today, best day of trader in my life, project. Congratulations. Yeah, no, it's like I said, Lacey is going to the moon. I don't know. It's going somewhere. So, let's see. Devin says, 2 years ago, I would have fear of missing out on all in into something like DAC, but it feels like a huge risk until it resets. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. So, Ancient TBA, Trump is the greatest fundraiser of all time. No, he knows how to market, especially with Biden right now not looking too good. Like where it's a 90-day stock at best, won't last, knowing Trump's history. Like I said, it's going to be interesting where it goes because it's you know, just keeps going and going and going. I mean, at some point, you know, these things have to slow down, but you just never know when they will, and you don't want to be on the wrong side of it. But I mean, like we've said before, usually when something's this strong after hours, it's gonna open up. I don't see it opening up down tomorrow. It's not like everybody bought it today or after hours and it's gonna be like, all right, we're done with it. Let's sell it in the morning. You know, this is one that's gonna spread. More and more people are gonna hear about it who haven't heard about it yet. They're gonna tell, you know, grandparents and family and everyone, and you know, this thing is just going to keep going. So, you know, you hate missing out, but, you know, you hate missing out on these, but God, like I said, you know, even with, you know, 3 or, you know, 1,000 shares, when it gets this price, you know, 3,000 shares at $20, you know, if it goes down 5 points, you're out $15,000. It goes up 50, it's $150,000. But you know, when you have 3,000 shares at $65, now look at this thing, 64. You know, when you have that kind of stock at this price, this thing goes up, goes down 40 points, 3,000. You lose $120,000. Definitely be a notch in the road. And there's no way to hedge it because you have no options or anything. If they do add options to it, that could help it or hurt it. You never know. I don't know. It's so tempting to do something. I mean, it just keeps going and going. It reminds me of some other ones. We could have bought it at the beginning of the show and just sold it. What do you guys think? Should we do it or not? So, Tracy D says, "Come on, Raja. We know you love to gamble." Oh, Tracy D, you're killing me here. All right. All right, guys. We've done so good on this comeback. I guess worst case, if we buy 5,000 shares and it goes down 3 points, it'll just be like a bad week. It'll be a flat week for us. All right, limit price 65. Let's see. Select action. Oops. by, let's say 5,000. Then extended hours, 65. God, now it's at, Jesus Christ, look at this thing. Now it's at 65, so if you want at 66, I guess. Jesus. Tracy D, this is for you. Please acknowledge that you're in. Now it's above 66 now. Oh my God. Let's see. Chase it. I hate chasing these things. This is where they become a mess here. We'll just go in at 60. Let's put 60. It really doesn't matter if it gets filled or not. It's going to fill it wherever. So get it in there before it's done, and then get the hell out of it quickly. Should we just wait and see if it keeps going? See if we got some. Are we in? We got it. All right. So our average price is looks like about $67. I don't know what the average price is. The good news, this is where Schwab gets a little tricky because it won't tell us exactly what the average price is. It's somewhere around 67. I don't know. The good news is it's almost $68 now. We almost got in at 65. Like I said, these are crazy when they just start moving. To try and keep track of it. So now my account looks like we lost all this money. So tomorrow it's going to look like we gained a lot, unless I close this position out right now, which we probably should do. So, okay, that's the only downfall to Schwab. It doesn't, after hours, it does not really tell you very well where you're at. So, of course, now it's coming down, 66.70, 60, things moving all over the place, 66.34. So, as expected, now we're down a little money. So, hopefully, we see another little pop, Hopefully, in the morning, we see a nice little pop on this one. I guess we could have waited. Now it's $66. Look at that, 65. Ah, my God. See what you guys did. Tracy D, it's all your fault. So, Doug likes to gamble, says sell at 70. Should we just put a sell order in and pray that we get it? Be a nice little pop. So hopefully now I gotta work the next hour and keep watching this thing. But hey, you know what? It gives us a little excitement, something to do. So really coming down now. Now what should we do now? Buy another 5,000 average down for the dip. So all right, guys. Well, I will be watching this one. Of course, all my Patreon members, you get all my trades in real time. So if I sell this tonight and make a profit, you guys will know first. Otherwise, may hold it into the morning. I don't know. These are, like I said, God, these are so crazy. But when they're up this strong after hours, I definitely think that it will keep going. So it should be. Hopefully, hopefully it's above 67. So, but hey guys, that's what I got for you today. This is Raja Makes Money. I hope you guys made lots of money, and I'll see everybody same time, same place tomorrow. And let's hope for $70 tonight on DWAC. Let's do it. Take care, guys, and have a great rest of your night.